We've been working with Brown Trading for 8 years. They're one of the largest importers of caviar in the country, and we're so lucky to have them right across the street. Caviar used to be kind of like this only for rich people type thing, and I mean, it's really not.
There's so many caviars, I mean, it's every price range. I'm really proud to be a part of Brown Trading because our desire is to help expose more and more people. It's good for you, it's now sustainable, and I think it's just awesome.
Hi everybody, welcome to today's chef tip. We're going to be talking about some salts. So I have an array of different types of salt here. I have them grouped into sea salts, some terrestrial land salts, some infused salts, and some salt alternatives. I'm going to touch base with a few of them real quick. Some of these you may have in your pantry, or some of them you may have just, you'll see them around. You want to know what they're used for. So this is iodized salt. Since around 1980s, they've been adding iodine to table salt to help with iodine deficiency. So that's like the table salt that you see in salt shakers at diners and restaurants. Here is kosher salt. Kosher salt's what I used in the restaurant for all the years I was a chef. I think it's very tactical salt. You can feel it, right? And I'll know just how much a pinch of salt, how that will season a dish. This is Himalayan rock salt. As you can see, it's kind of pink, and I have a whole large sheet of it right here. Okay, you can see how the granules and the nice veins that are in there, and millions of years old. Dinosaurs peed on that stuff. That's how old that is. Here is a nice big coarse salt. This would go into your salt like grinders that you'd have. If like you have a pepper grinder and you have a salt grinder, you'd want to use one of these thick grind salts. Now we'll go into some sea salts. This is a fine sea salt. It's almost like sand, right? It's almost like sand. Here's a sea salt from Lebanon. These sea salt mines date back to like 1400 BC. They're crazy. Here's slack-tide sea salt. I love this salt. What I particularly like of slack-tide salts is you can use it big, or with just a little effort, it can be crumbled up into a smaller grain. I really enjoy that salt. And finally here we have Maldon Sea Salt. This is a very classic diamond structure salt. This is from England. Now we're going to get into an array of seasoned salts or infused salts. Again, this is Slack-Tide's ghost pepper salt. No joke, this stuff is spicy, but it's got a good flavor to it. Here's some smoked salt. Smoked salt you got to be careful with. It has a great initial flavoring. It's great for finishing a steak or a piece of chicken, but don't think you're going to add more smoky flavor by adding more salt. You'll just get saltier. Here's a black truffle infused salt. Again, same thing with the smoked salt. A little bit goes a long way. You're gonna get a nice impact flavor, and then it'll dissolve out. Everybody's traditional garlic salt. I know my mom has this in her cabinet, right? It's a great thing, seasoning up with just a little bit of that granulated garlic flavor in there. And now we have, this is Cell Rose, or it's also called Prague powder, sodium nitrate. It's used for curing. If we were gonna make ham, if we're gonna make a terrine or a galantine, we'd add a pinch of this into the grind, and that will help keep the pork or the meat nice and fresh color. It almost adds a coloring agent. This is no joke though. You can get this on the internet, but make sure if you're gonna use it, really stay strictly to the recipe. Only a few grams per pound of product is what you need from this. Now we'll talk into a few salt alternatives. So capers will add a great seasoning if you're looking to remove salt from your diet and you want just a little bit, some capers. Soy sauce, right? Fermented soybeans, that'll add that nice soy flavor, but also a little bit of salt. So this is Dulse. It's a Maine seaweed from Ocean Balance. I think they're great. I use this on a lot of different stir fries if I want to get some seasoning in there, but I actually like the ocean flavor that it brings. And I like Ocean Balance. They have a bunch of different dried seaweeds. The kombu, great to start your broths with, and the wakimi would be a finishing one. I love this on salads. Thank you for watching today's chef tip. For this tip and all of our chef's tips, please follow platethestate.com. Thanks so much.